Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who were very well, very, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim out here pushing his gospel and truth and his sincerity to the best of their ability, given to them by Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Lord willing, fall upon all your houses. This is the brother Quanah Watts from the Arizona Great Millstone Camp, coming back at you, Lord will, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Lord will. It is edifying, Lord will. It is straight to the point. And ultimately in this lesson, man, I'm ultimately touch on how, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is going to defend us, man. Right? He's going to deliver, the elect, right? Lord, will we be part of that number? He's going to deliver us from, the hands of our enemies, right? And from these troubles that we're about to, embark on. Jacob's trouble, World War III, Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is going to be with us, man. And the heathens know this, man, right? The heathens know that Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is going to be against them, right? When they ultimately come up against, the true believers, man. Just as he has done in times past, right? So I'm going to start right here in Revelations 11 and verse 8. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city. And guess what? This is talking about Israelites, man, right? The Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? That great city being who? Or being what? It being America, right? Babylon the Great, right? The virgin daughter of Babylon, man. And I brought it up, a few times, man. Elder Apostle Gabar ultimately did a lesson, right? Just proving that the virgin daughter of Babylon is America, right? Everybody knows it, man, right? So this is that great city that's talking about, man. And this is, again, dealing with spiritually dead, right? Proverbs 21 and 16, he that wandereth out of the way, right, of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So, hey, we've been spiritually dead. At one point, we were spiritually dead, man. But Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, saw fit to have mercy, right, to allow us to, to be able to take heed to these words, which give us life, man. Which give us life, the fountains of living water, right? At one point, man, we were dehydrated, man, to the point of death, right? If not already dead, right? But Yahweh Hashem Al Shai gave us this water, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And again, we've been hydrated, as it says. Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, and I think it's verse 20. Verse 26, it says, that thy children, O Lord, whom thou lovest, might know that it is not the growing of fruits that nourisheth man, but that it is thy word which preserveth them that put their trust in thee, right? So trust in thee, right? So again, it's us taking heed to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right, on how we are, again, made alive, right? Kept alive, Let's go back. Revelations 11 and verse 9. It's like it says, verse 8 again. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, right? Sodom because, right, America is Sodom 2.0 because of all the Moism, right? The bestiality and all that other shit, right? That was done in ancient Sodom and Gomorrah, right? In the neighboring 5 cities, right? All that shit was happening there, man, right? And again, you have it here in America, right? Which is that sinful kingdom spoke of in Amos, the 9th chapter, right? The 8th verse, right? That sinful kingdom, right? Is America, right? Sodom 2.0. And as it says, what? Egypt, right? Spiritually called Egypt. Why? Because of the hard bondage, right? That we, have been, ultimately subject to, right? All these years, man, So it's America is Rome 2.0. America is Sodom 2.0. America is Egypt 2.0, man. It says where also our Lord was crucified. And again, you're seeing, shit like you see as far as, with the Olympics, right? That shit, all, a lot of that, stems from, here, right here in America, man, right? Where all this wickedness and evil ultimately started, right? And was ultimately pushed out, right, to the rest of the world. And these nations have adopted, right, that same type of lifestyle, that same philosophy, And this is why you see that shit happening, man, It says, verse 9, it says, and they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. Right, man. right? Not, ultimately helping, right? Not helping, just ultimately looking upon us, not coming to our aid, at all, none, right? These nations are ultimately benefiting from us, right, being in this position. This is ultimately what the 9th verse goes into, or the 10th verse goes into. It says, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, right, and make merry, and shall sing gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. And that's going into the northern and southern kingdom, man. All the tribes as a whole, right, from Judah to Issachar, man, right, Reuben, Zebulun, Asher, Gad, right, all that. You know what I mean? So these nations are, these nations are ultimately, again, rejoicing, man. They benefit off us being at the bottom, man. They don't benefit of us being on top, right? Because they're going to be put in their rightful order, man. And this is why, as it says in the 11th verse, it says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, right? So now we're starting to know who we are, right? We start to know, that we're above these nations, man, right? That these nations are nothing, to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua, the one that created them, nothing to them, man. That the Lord cares about the Israelites, man, which today are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, as well as the Israelite foreigners, those that have been scattered abroad and, throughout time began to look like these nations, but yet through the lineage of their father are Israelites, man. Right? We're coming back to who we are, who our power is, man, and how to please our power, right? And the heathens know that. And that's why it says, right? It says, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them, right? These nations are, beginning with Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed so-called white man. Hey, they're in fear, because guess what? That means that they're going to be put in their rightful place. And we know that Esau, Edom is the basis of men, right? These heathens know about us, right? More importantly, they know that Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, right, is always and has always been there to defend us, man. To come to our aid, man. And it's going to be the same in this time, man. And I want to read an account where the Lord ultimately came through. The heathens knew about it. Let's go to, and I want to speak on this heathen, right, named Achor, right, an Ammonite, right? He spoke out and mentioned that thing, man. And we're going to read this, majority of this chapter, man. This is Judith, the 5th chapter. Actually, I'll drop down a little bit, right? Judith 5, and I'll start at verse 1. It says, then was it declared to Holofernes, the chief captain of the army of Assur, right, Assyrians, right? It says that the children of Israel had prepared for war, and had shut up the passages of the hill country, and had fortified all the tops of the high hills, and laid impediments in the Champagne countries, So they were ultimately preparing for war, right? It says, wherewith he was very angry, and called all the princes of Moab, and the captains of Ammon, and all the governors of the sea coast. And he said unto them, tell me now, ye sons of Canaan, who this people is that dwell in the hill country, and who are the cities that they inhabit, and what is the multitude of their army, and wherein is their power and strength, and what king is set over them, or captain of their army. Right, man. And ultimately there was one, right, that stepped forward, man. Right here, verse 5, it says, then said Achor, right, the captain of all the sons of Ammon, let my Lord now hear a word from the mouth of thy servant, and I will declare unto thee the truth concerning this people which dwell near thee, and inhabiteth the hill countries, and there shall no lie come out of the mouth of thy servant. So he's about to spill the beans, man, on who these people are, man. It says, verse 6, this people are descendants of the Chaldeans, right? It says, and they sojourned heretofore in Mesopotamia, because they would not follow the gods of their fathers, which were in the land of Chaldea. For they left the way of their ancestors, and worshipped the power of heaven, and the power whom they knew. So they cast them out from the place of their gods, from the face of their gods, and they fled into Mesopotamia and sojourned there many days. Right? It says, then their power commanded them to depart from the place where they sojourned, and go into the land of Canaan, where they dwelt and were increased with gold and silver, and with very much cattle. Right. It says, but when a famine covered all the land of Canaan, they went down into Egypt and sojourned there. while they were nourished and became there a great multitude, so that one could not number their nation. Therefore the king of Egypt rose up against them and dwelt subtly with them, and brought them low with laboring in brick, and made them slaves. Right, and that goes back to when Joseph, right, was ultimately betrayed by his brothers, sold to a merchant who ultimately sold him to the Pharaoh of Egypt, and he was ultimately, again, he was imprisoned, right? And then ultimately, what happened is, the Lord came through, right? The Lord came through, exalted him, right? So he was, near unto Pharaoh, right? And then when the time of Joseph died, right, there rose another Pharaoh that knew not Joseph, right? And ultimately put us into captivity, man, because we were what? We were great in number, we were great in number, man, right? We're waxing strong in their country, man. So they put us to work, to slavery, man, right? And this is what it's going in on, man, right? It says, verse 12, it says, then they cried unto their power, and he smote all the land of Egypt, right? The Israelites did what, right? Cried unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, again, going back to Moses, right? Moses, right? Remembering who he is, right? Remembering who he is, and choosing rather to, take the punishments and afflictions and sufferings with his people, right, than to, accept riches, right, and glory in this world, man. It says, then they cried unto their power, and he smote all the land of Egypt with incurable plagues, right? So the Egyptians cast them out of their sight, right? He's mentioning all these different things, man, right? And the Lord did that, to get his name, right? Let's read that. Matter of fact, let's go to Romans 9 and verse 17. He says, for the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. So this guy's mentioning this account, right? And guess what? It's the way he knows that account is because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua created this scenario, right? Executed judgment, right? Which allowed for his name to be broadcasted, right, in the world, man. And so he's talking about that. He's like, hey, this is what their power did for them, right? Going back. It's like here. It says, verse 12, it says, and then they cried unto their power, and he smote all the land of Egypt with incurable plagues. So the Egyptian cast them out of their sight, and the Most High dried the Red Sea before them, and brought them to Mount Sinai, and Kadesh Barnea, and cast forth all that dwelt in the wilderness. That's right. It says, so they dwelt in the land of Amorites, and they destroyed by their strength all of them of Esabon, and passing over Jordan, they possessed all the hill country. Right? It says they cast forth before them the Canaanite, the Pharisite, the Jebusite, and the Sychemite, and all the Girgasites, and they that dwelt in that country many days, right? So meaning, hey, the Lord, right, was giving them that land, right, allowing them to conquer the heathens that were in that land, right, moving them out and taking that spot. This is what he's mentioning, man. It says, and whilst they sinned not before their power, they prospered, because the power that hateth iniquity was with them. That's right. It says, but when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies. That's right, right? So, hey, whenever we didn't do what we were supposed to do, and we fell, and it was a great fall. Hey, but guess what, right? That when Yahweh Ba'ashem, when we did what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua told us to do, and we prospered greatly, man. We prospered greatly, right? And here's the point. It says verse 19, right? Which applies, now, right? It says, but now are they returned to their power. And guess what? We're returning to our power, man. Right? It says, but now are they returned to their power, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem. And that's what's coming, right? It says, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Right? It says, now therefore, my Lord and governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. Right? But it says right here, it says, but if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them and their power before them, and we become a reproach before all the world, right, man? So, hey, these heathens know, right? This is why I say again, it says, and great fear fell upon them, because they know that, hey, now they're returning to their power, right? Which means, guess what? The Lord is going to be, yeah, our power is going to be with us, man. And again, the heathens know that, right? This is why it's a fearful thing for them to see us, rise and come together, man. To realize who we are, to start to, do the things that are pleasing unto our power, to be prosperous. This is why, again, they're in fear, man. They know our power is going to defend us, man. Right? We just have to know it as well, right? We have to have faith because they know it, We have to know it as well, man. Right? There's different accounts. It's these accounts, right, that they read about. They're like, damn, right? Because Esau has had, his scholars and, his archaeologists and geologists and so on and so forth, right? Go and test the Bible, man. Right? Go and look for these different, the history, right, that backs this, or the artifacts that back, what the Bible is saying up, man. And guess what? They find them, man. They know the Bible is real, just like we know it. So when we read these accounts, say this is real. These are real accounts, man. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai has defended us, man. Those that truly believe, and He's going to do it again, man. And I want to close it out. I just wanted to bring out that one account, man. But I got this in Revelations 3:10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, right? You staying true to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, serving Him to the best of your ability, proving your faith, It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. I mean, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai is going to preserve us, man. The Lord is going to preserve us. It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them which dwell upon the earth, Hey, so everybody's going to be tested, man. Everybody is going to be tested, man. Lord, will we be part of that number? We're the only ones that are going to make it through. They're going to pass that test, right? It's because, hey, the Lord defends those that truly believe. Truly believe, man. Not no, weekend warrior type shit. Like you got one foot in the world, one foot in the truth. No, that's not how it works, man. Not no niggas, right? Those that don't want to, fully apply the scriptures, man. Only those that truly believe, man. Those that are ultimately reformed by these words, man. And conform to these words, right? The words of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, That's all I really got, man. I just wanted to get that point out. That's a heavy thing I've been meditating on, man. The Lord's going to defend us, man. He's doing it now. I've seen plenty of heathens, man, catching fucking straight hell. It's because the Lord's putting the curses on them. Fucking them up, man. And the Lord's, the tables are turning, man. Tables are turning, man. So that's all I really got, man. Lord will was edifying. Lord will straight to the point. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahushai B'Hashem, Rachak Wadash, double honor to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, the great millstone. Till next time I say shalom.